Actually. Hello. Hello. All right. Welcome to the YouTube video after the fact. We're gonna try this morning into some more Satisfactory. So yesterday we built all of our blueprinting. Spent most of yesterday's stream building a bunch of blueprints, trying to figure out some stuff. Today I want to try to start using said blueprints, and more importantly, figuring out what other blueprints I need. I do know I need a bunch of assemblers, because we didn't build most of the assembler ones yesterday, but I don't want to have a second day of watch Plum build blueprints, unless that's what you guys want to see. And if that's what you guys want to see, then we can cross that bridge. But today we're going to not configure the truck station. Today we're buying concrete. Gonna go out here, find me a nice open spot that needs to have stuff added to it.
I am going to continue bashing my head against my conveyor puzzle I've created.
Yay! Okay, it's good. Trying to find a good place to start building a factory. Oops.
Currently cheating slightly and using the floor holes after I've pushed the conveyors through the roof to try and, mark where they are. So anyway, how you been this morning, Plum?
Cold.
Yes.
Starting to be the winter time.
Yeah. You're clearly enjoying the wonderful Texas weather.
Yeah. It's bipolar like my ex-wife. And it gives me headaches, so there's a lot of comparisons. Yeah. Unfortunately, when the weather shifts like that, it tends to aggravate my migraines for some reason. I don't know why. So I end up having my body hurts and just normal stuff. So that's not optimal. But what are you gonna do? All right, I got a big ramp on the front. See if we can make a big platform now. Oh, well, evidently you can't walk on the top of the red platforms when you're building up. But yeah, so actually it's not even been, it's just been cold like for the last week. So it says it's 46 degrees again outside. So yeah, it is what it is. It is that time of year again.
Yeah.
Probably the most fun is because you turn the heaters on and get everything warmed up and it dries everything out. I'm used to living in a very humid area. But I figured we'll get these things started this morning. See if we can. Oh, missing our plates. That's gonna slow me down. But then thought about it this morning. I was like, I want to start building start building factories. At least get enough of a factory that we can start building other things from it.
Yeah.
Get through some of our research. See what we can get it going next.
Yeah, as I said before, I'm working on this puzzle I've created for myself.
Yeah, good.
I think with how I've done this now, I might be able to use splitters to my advantage. I'm just gonna, figure out which way to align them. I've just realized something. Because these assemblers will take the same inputs, obviously. I don't have to have the inputs on the same sides go to the same sides.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if
No,
I'm
yeah,
connecting the inputs. Like, if it's easier, I could just...
if you wanted to, you could mix the stuff onto one belt and have both inputs go into one slot.
Right, but my point was more so like, I've been trying to keep it so that I have one belt line going to all the left slots and on one belt line going to all the right slots.
Yeah, I know, you don't have to do
Which is stupid because I could just swap one of them to make it convenient for myself, and...
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that a few times. Yeah, the blueprints are... It's a new puzzle, right? It's... The good part about it is once you kind of figure the puzzle out, it makes your life a whole lot simpler. But both good and bad, that 32 meter limitation is both good and bad. Because it's awesome because, yeah, it's, kind of limits you, it makes you think, and it makes the puzzle, work. But at the same time,
Right.
is
I've got 4 assemblers in here. But yeah, it's... This is definitely a new puzzle I do enjoy.
Yeah, so, and then depending on how we want to do it, and the real trick is to make it where you have inputs coming in like one side of the blueprint and like going out the other side so that it's repeatable. Like having a one-off, you can just place something that's all well and good. But yeah, trying to make it repeatable is where the difficulty lies. And of course, most of the designs I built yesterday won't even work because we don't have the build speed to be able to supply the things. Why? Can I help you? See how much. It's got up there, but okay, we'll go with it.
Okay. All the belts need upgrading, but I have the outputs on the sides, at the bottom, and the inputs upstairs. I'm quite happy with this. Oh, and the end power connectors both have 2 spare slots.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if we need to connect in multiple directions, we're not limited on connections. So my question I need to ask you now is, so currently I have a floor layer to sit the upstairs stuff on, which does clip with the roofs of the assemblers. Do you want the floor left there, or should I rip the floor out?
Yeah, you made it.
I know that, but like, I'm looking for opinions.
I will say, as a general rule, I'm not a fan of things clipping. If we can get away with it, every once in a while, I'll get frustrated and just be like, just cut it. But as a general rule, I try not to clip.
You just have to deal with hovering floor holes then.
I do that all the time. In a non-physics-based game, just kind of how you do.
Alright, in that case.
The real fun part's going to be starting to get all this stuff kind of set up over here. Because at some point, we're going to have to start running a bunch of trucks across the desert.
Did I put an Invisibelt in here? Can't remember. I think I might have. Yeah, let's get rid of that. So what was that about trucks? Sorry.
Oh, we're gonna have to start running them across the desert soon.
No, we're gonna start building roads.
No, that works too.
I'm gonna have to get myself a new tractor. Because I turned mine into a delivery vehicle, so we'd have steel functioning.
Yeah. Well, we had enough. Like that steel wasn't ever meant to be. It wasn't meant to be anything more than just us
I
having a
know,
little bit of
but
skill.
it also wasn't working. And
Yeah.
hey, did you notice your factory car that left near you yesterday?
Yeah, I drove around in it for a little bit. Hmm. At least got things moving over here again.
They may be clipping of a ladder with a belt.
Oh, you're right.
So
Like I
forget
said,
the assembler.
well, I built some that you have every once in a while you have a belt or something flips in the way. Doesn't make sense to completely rebuild something just because of that.
But like aside from on each side, there's a ladder that on the side of the assemblers that clips through. I have no clipping. I'm just upgrading it all to 270 belts right now. So I built it at Mark 1.
Made a big foundation now.
Nice. of course, one of the belts is clipping through a stem of the freaking light boat. Oh, damn it.
Like I said, for the most part, if you have a little bit, like I'm not
It's
like,
two
oh my
letters and
lord.
a power status indicator stalk thingy.
Yeah. Like it's little stuff, but like having floors, and the problem is like floors are weird because if you have a floor doing it, it's blatantly obvious, right?
Well,
Like
it wasn't like it was clipping straight through, it was clipping into it, but you couldn't see it flickering or anything. It was just, you know, Clarence wasn't being encroached again. So I just got rid of it. You remember that, encroaching Clarence?
Clarence.
Yeah, I'm currently also waiting for Dad to get back to me on costs of batteries so I know how much money I am not spending tonight. And then I can potentially buy American Truck Sim.
I'm impressed with the Texas stuff. As I don't know why I'm impressed. Like they always do a really good job. I will say that the aforementioned exit that I was worried about, definitely is the exit. But it's not named correctly, and it doesn't have the correct exit number on it. So what they did is they took about, as far as I can tell, about a 10-mile radius or so, and kind of merged it into one exit.
Alright.
So there's like, if you're from this specific area, and I'm sure that's the way most of it's done. And looking, at other places I've done, they've kind of merged all of it together too. But they took about probably about a 10-mile area and kind of smushed it all together. And you have to, like, from my house to Beaumont, it's like an hour, right? And in the game, it's like 5 minutes. So there has to be some compression. Oh, good. You get hit by a truck, your Lieutenant Dan leg stays standing up.
Cool. Wait. I need to look at a road for a minute. Google road. Images of roads. The center is a double line. Okay.
Well, it technically depends.
Damn it.
Double lines in no passing zone.
So I think I just need a solid center line?
Well, usually you either have... Uh-oh, somebody's doing stuff for us. Not telling me where.
Eh,
Somebody did something.
It was a lurk mode.
Did with the EV again?
Well, that would be calling out a lurker, which, after I
Yeah,
screwed
but
up
if they,
yesterday,
but no, we discussed that if they activate alert mode, it's okay because they've called attention to themselves. So we can just tell them. I just say, they're welcome to the alert mode. I am fine with that. That's why it's there. That's why people have the ability to say that they're doing it, so that we can say hi to them, and then they can go back to lurking. I don't know. It's my rules. I make them up as I go along. All right, get over here. I need to build. I need at least 4 stations. Probably 5 if I was smart. Station. So should I put the truck or the stations right next to each other, or should I put a little bit of room between them?
I don't know.
Awesome.
Right now, I'm reading information on road markings so I can get this right.
Well, for the most part, so the way it works is a single dash line means that you can pass. A dash line on one side and a solid line on the other side means that the side with a solid line can't pass, the side with a dash line can pass. 2 double lines means that you can't, neither side can pass. And then it depends on whether the yellow and white, depending on if the yellow is in the middle, then that's a 2-lane road. If there's white only paint, that means it's a 1-way road. But you're fine. You can just run like a double yellow line all the way around everything, because the trucks really shouldn't be passing anyway.
Okay. That's a lot of lines. Lines and colors. And like, I recognize people who've been driving this. This is easy to understand, but
Well, it's the other side too. Is you can kind of do whatever you want to with it, right?
Yeah, but I want it to make some logical sense to the people who have to drive along it.
Yeah. So then the easiest way to do it would either be, because doing a dash line is, and making it look correct is going to be difficult. Because there's actual links to them, right? Normally you have like 10 foot on, 10 foot off. Yes, because that's how they pace you. If you don't know, they count the number of stripes you pass. They can do a quick math and figure out how fast you're going. And I don't remember if it's exactly 10 foot or not, but there is a pattern to them also. All kinds of silly regulations and but you can either just do, you know, I would probably do a solid double yellow in the middle and white on the outside if you want to. Or you could do, because I don't know if you want to do doing the actual like no crap building,
So
unless you can put
my plan
blueprints on the
initially is to put the
side.
roads down, and then to come back and paint the lines after. I'm just trying to build my hotbar of the line pieces.
Is there dashy lines already or no?
There's center lines, which I can't tell if they're based on the icon. They look thick. Cross lines, side lines, double lines, dotted lines, cross dotted lines. And then they have double dotted lines, which is a line on each side.
Yeah, it means both sides can pass.
So I don't know. Maybe we worry about this afterwards. Maybe we build a section road, and then I ask you to correctly mark it, and then I'd be like, okay, that's what I do. I will be right back. However, I'm going to go see if there is a known price yet, because then I know how much of my $192 remaining dollars I have available. So I will be back.
do this. Trying to make it look pretty. Can't hang splitters from the ceiling, huh? Funny as this is going to look. Still fun. Elbow. All right, so basically, once we get the coal coming into here, it will be able to basically keep all these stations fueled. So the plan here is to start building a massive factory of craziness, and then I'm going to run over here and grab the thing I just ran past. I'm gonna see if we get some signs. Go over there, Cubans. Welcome back. Yay. Play sign, billboard sign. Label sign. Billboard sign's unavailable? I know we do eventually. Oh, probably because we already have it. Oh, we need quartz, ma'am. Also build crystals and some iron. That's going to slow me down. We'll eventually get the railing and all that stuff. Buy all those. Nothing. We'll eventually get them.
I have returned!
Yay, I spent tickets.
Woo! Tickets! How many did we end up with?
I had 9. Now we have 2 left.
Because I think I've actually got 1 or 2 in the box over by my stuff. Alright. I've put money towards batteries now, so I can see how much it's going to cost me to acquire all of the Texas stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that game is such a guilty pleasure. It's like Farming Simulator. We'll honestly have to see either like that would be one that'd be great to bring other people in and have people come drive around with us. But that's, the only way to do that is voice, and we've discussed that.
Let's see, add Wyoming. Add Colorado. Add Utah.
can only... Okay, there's a couple foot signs. Not many, though.
I need to look at a map of the United States and see if I care about Montana.
It's in the top in the middle.
Okay, so I don't have to care about that one.
Yeah, the only reason that you would end up running into it is if we get stuff going up in the top, like out of Utah up to the northwest or not.
So to clarify my statement, in case anyone lives in Montana and is listening, my goal with the DLCs for American Truck Simulator is to be able to drive from Texas, or from California to Texas to Florida. So I don't need to buy the DLCs for the top half, but I need to make sure I've got all the stuff appropriate down the bottom. So it's nothing against your states. It's just Canada isn't available, so I don't care. I think I'll drop Wyoming as well.
Yeah, the only reason that you would have major issues with it would be if we take a mission, but I can try not to take missions in those areas when I'm playing it.
Oh look, if you take a mission into those areas, I just simply don't go to those areas. It's all simple.
Okay. Oh no. Haven't it?
I mean, I can afford to spend the money on the DLC.
I can't remember if it was that game or not that we had to have all the identical DLCs.
Nope, you do not require identical DLCs in American Truck Sim.
Okay, yeah, because I think originally they did, and then they changed it.
Yeah, well, I mean, originally American Truck Sim didn't have multiplayer, so...
Yeah, I meant when they first released it, and it caused massive problems.
Yeah, if I get Utah and Colorado, then...
Yeah.
That means that sort of through that section...
Well, that means that you can go from Washington down kind of across, right?
Yeah, because I think I've got Idaho, so... Alright, purchase for myself.
I need 2 months, actually.
Does that sign say shenanigans?
It does. It starts that way.
I approve.
I need to get one for Patreon.
Which card is this that it's trying to charge?
Alright. Machines I need to build. This thing's gonna have to be slightly larger. I want to build have some Catrium provided to the factory, and also have quartz brought in too.
All right.
Well,
New DLC. Alright, so all I gotta do is when we're ready to play American Truck Sim, is I just have to install it.
yeah, I dicked with it a little bit last night just to kind of check on it and make sure it was like I'm as always, like they do such a good job with that, and it's frog in boiling water, where if you buy the DLCs as they come out, it's not that bad. If you go try to buy Sims 4 today, you need to take out a second mortgage on your house. The good news with American Truck Sim is they discount it fairly regularly.
Oh yeah, and I've been making use of that.
Like hell, the game right now I think's $5 to buy it. So if you don't have it, then we do that. Maybe we can do that.
Alright, now I need to find where you make rotors so I can make myself a new truck, so I can drive to the other side of the map, so that I can go get my concrete, so I can drive back to this side of the map, so I can start making roads, so I can start doing stuff.
Here's...
Can I get the stuff for his truck station? I need to go to Bad Cat. Okay. Nope, I lied. I had no tickets.
There's 2 in the hub box.
Cool, but yeah, I said earlier I had tickets stored, and I was wrong.
Guy.
So, yeah.
Well, eventually, once I can kind of get this thing built up here, this thing's never going to be super fast. Not unless we start actively working on trying to get the big trucks in.
Well, I mean, we need what in case? No, that's TS.
It shouldn't be that far.
I'm trying to remember where everything is in.
Well, you would think that the big truck would be before trains.
Yeah, it is. So it is in this level. We haven't unlocked the last part yet because we don't have the advanced themes.
Oh, the concrete?
Yeah, which probably includes rotors, which is why we don't have automated cabling.
Well, I could make beams real fast.
No, so I just need to.
Like all I have to do is run a belt from concrete over to the steel production, and
My
it's not
brain's
like it's
having me
that.
try and do multiple things at once. Because I'm like, man, I gotta get quartz over to where Plum is. And then I'm like, man, I gotta get these roads built. And it's like, trucks would be better. How do I get trucks? And it's just like, brain, shut the fuck up for a minute.
There's a lot. Like it's not super important, and none of it. I'm just trying to get stuff. For me, it's more about trying to get the trying to make some sort of thing. The only thing I won't have prepared up here will be aluminum.
Well, gotta go elsewhere to get.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Is that I guess I could set up a just hold on. But trying to I don't know if you would bring raw aluminum up here.
Probably not.
So yeah, so I don't know. Like the rest of this is just kind of the starting, to build type thing. Here.
Colors. Yeah, Axel. That's right, it's got no fuel. That won't happen.
That should all be there. Good. Because I'm kind of cheating it. Well, not really cheating, but I'm kind of setting it up so that these things will all feed themselves, and so when the coal comes in, the first thing the coal does is basically feed all the stations here to make sure we keep the trucks fueled. I figured that was probably a good plan. Let's see if I have enough to mark these. And then eventually we'll get all the OSHA stuff so that we can not die.
Not do the murder?
Yeah, because I'm setting up some fairly dangerous stuff down here.
Yeah, I'm partial to not doing the self-murderage. I think it would be a good goal.
Smoothie. Just two.
Wire and ropes.
Let's image.
Roads require
Oh,
just concrete.
I don't know why I expect anything less with these things. Should probably bring sulfur up here just to be safe too. It'd probably make Pete happy.
I love how you used the word sulfur and safe in a sentence directly followed by the sentence involving Peter, as if you have no idea what these words mean.
Well,
Like
they evolve.
sulfur and safe? No. Peter? Definitely no.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that it makes Peter happier, and thereby increases the longevity of the stream, and makes it last longer.
I mean, it's your stream. I'm just here for the shits and giggles.
Some days it is all about just having fun.
What is this random platform here for?
Random platform?
So
You're gonna have to be more specific.
there is a platform here near the it's not the CPH, it's the hub. It says the hub on the map. Thank God it says that. It's just a platform of foundation underneath a belt. And it's just here. Just
Oh, is it just stuck on a rock and it's kind of weird shaped and just kind of hanging out?
yeah.
That was a mistake. That was a, hey, I'm gonna put this down and we'll build blueprints on it. And I'm like, wait a minute, blueprints are 4x4. I can't put a 4x4 spot here. This isn't going to work.
Well, they're a bit bigger than 4x4, but yes. So, oh no, we don't get trucks in tier 3 and 4. Trucks
Yeah,
are in 5 and 6.
Yeah, and trains in 5 and 6, or are they in 7?
Trains are in 6.
Oh,
So
okay.
obviously we get trucks in 5 and trains in 6.
Yeah, but we can push. Like, that's just steel. If we really wanted to, I could probably run a couple of things over there and build what we need to get that phase complete.
No, so in order to push on to the to get phase 2 done, first we'd have to get research advanced steel, and then you'd start needing to make stators, and then you'd have to make motors.
Okay.
You'd also need encased beams and heavy frames, and
So
then
it's
we'd
probably
have to
best just to wait till all this is done.
Yeah, so it's factory and we start with tractors. And an LCT or DM, fine by me.
I'll work out the logistics of that. Figure out.
I don't necessarily know if that application I wrote is still going to work.
I'm not worried about that part.
Cool, because... yeah.
Yeah, this is more of a... it wouldn't be a competition type thing. It would be a...
Oh, well, I was thinking of writing a different one where it tracks how much people earn in-game.
Yeah.
As sort of, instead of a racing leaderboard, it'd say, how much can you earn this session leaderboard?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is it would be it would have to be your payouts,
Yeah,
because
so I can listen for when a job is completed and get how much is earned.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could just start a new game and not load my
No. So it doesn't matter what game you have. Until you complete a job, I wouldn't be told whether you'd earned or lost money. And I was
Okay.
just going to track how much had been earned or lost in that session.
Okay.
So if you start up and immediately, have a job that has no profit and incurs like $1,000 loss, you start off at you have a negative 1,000 as
Okay.
your score. And next time you make it, say, 12,000 on a job, then you get, a score of 11,000. Like,
I wouldn't be massively worried about it, but
I'm just trying to think of cool shit. Like,
yeah. I'm just saying it's not the.
now, I wonder if I would find Plum behind the wall of docking station.
We have docking stations.
Well, you see, on the compass there's a wall of docking station. They're all named docking station. So it's like docking station. So obviously these are the up ramps, and you completely ignore the part where we're building roads.
Not sure if we were starting out or not with roads.
Sorry?
I wanted to make. We can pull these up. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll figure it out later. So
I just, I was trying to make sure because I wasn't sure how far the roads are going to be.
I am committing to full-on Skybridge levels of insanity.
Well, yeah, but I didn't want to have you commit to that today, right?
Why
But we can
not?
always get rid of those at some point, and like picking it up isn't that hard.
So I take it your plan is just to bring all raw ores over to here and then distribute them from here?
Yeah.
Alright, well. What I'm gonna need you to do is as you start setting up... So obviously I can't build the roads coming here then, right now.
You can't. Why not?
Well, I don't know where you're pulling stuff from, because this is...
What do you mean where I'm pulling stuff from? Like where the mines are?
Yeah, because we haven't built them yet.
I don't know where the mines are. It doesn't matter where the mines are.
So
if you build a road that goes to a mine, guess what? That's the mine I'm using.
I got a better idea. And it's the idea I had before. As you build mines on places, put markers on them on the map. Then I know where I need to join or build connecting roads. Because let's face it, I got no idea what nodes you want.
Well, I haven't gone down the. So I figured with this, for the most part, it's all of the mines. No, I don't think we're gonna have.
So your plan is just have a free-for-all across the desert to here, and then have here be the organized sort of everything else afterwards.
Yeah. So the idea is to basically have everything brought to here. And then once we get it here, then we can just kind of set up the factory behind it. Or at least the start of the factory. So, I don't think we're going to need like massive throughput, and we'll never get massive throughput.
You know what I've just realized? The foundations you're using, which is not road, requires iron plates as well as concrete.
Yeah.
The asphalt does not.
Oh, well, that makes it nicer.
So now I'm curious on, you know.
So I run out of iron plates a lot.
Well, I know there is a straight concrete foundation. So it might be worth us seeing if we can get that. And I mean, yeah, it's not going to look as nice, but
What is the asphalt road want?
Just concrete. That's that black one I was looking at. How much is concrete? Concrete is 3 tickets. Might quickly see if I can sort out getting enough tickets to get it, because if it's cheaper and easier for you to build with, it might be worth it.
BluePrints. Pineapples.
We don't have this researched yet.
New recipe unlocked.
I need more iron plates. Now the next problem I'm gonna have is whether or not I have enough room actually in here to be able to build behind this stuff. I don't.
That's the 3rd ticket. Alright.
I figured in the beginning, at least, while we're kind of waiting, I'll probably set up a truck, bring coal over here, and then just start bringing other little things over. But we'll just have little trucks just running across the desert, and then as
concrete does not require iron plates.
nice.
So it's up to you whether you switch building materials.
It started on this, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I can always go through and start replacing stuff.
Yeah, but that's a lot of. That's a lot.
Yeah, it might be a lot of work, but it's also work I'm willing to do.
Well, what's the difference between? Do I have to make concrete instead of? Or we're already making concrete, or is it limestone?
So the difference is, instead of requiring concrete and iron plates, the concrete foundation pieces just use concrete.
Okay, so I still need the limestone manufactured.
Yeah. So it basically means that instead of you having to get concrete and limestone, you just get limestone. This is what it looks like.
Not bad. And the question is how far out do I want to put this?
You are moonwalking, and it's amazing. I love it. Oh, even better, your legs are crossed.
That's good. Is this all messed up?
So you start walking forward, and then your legs just slide forward a little, and you just slowly just zoom across the floor.
Right. This isn't right.
Oh, sorry. I can't tell when you're placing blueprints. I don't get to see that.
You get to see that.
Yeah, I can also see that it's off-centered. Because you didn't build the belt straight.
Yes. It's all part of the plan. Dude.
You've got this the wrong way around.
Did I do it? No, I thought that was the inside. It's not. It's the outside.
Have fun disassembling! Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at you, but yeah, this is
This is where I make a big ass hole in the floor. That's what's happening.
well, that's fine. It's far faster to fix a couple of concrete foundations than worry about, you sitting there not mass dismantling. So just mass dismantle it. We can fix the floor. In fact, I'll fix the floor as we go around. Oh, I don't have any iron plates. Because I was burning, that. This is it. It's so far easier to fix the floor. It really is.
Figure if this way, if nothing else, we can at least make concrete up here.
Yeah.
We get a truck that is bringing limestone and bring a little power up here, and then we'll be all right.
So I assume the plan is we're going to have basically a miner feeding straight into a truck station at every node.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
I think that's probably the best way to do it, is just to have the miner feed directly into a truck station. Because that makes those nodes so much easier. And then we can just handle the stuff up here. Unfortunately, that's going to make a very big building with lots of freaking smelting and shit in it.
Well, okay. So, alternately, instead of me just going around and just starting to set up every node I can, how many nodes can each of these take?
Well, the limit's going to be how many trucks can you unload with. Like, unfortunately,
I
these things are the belt. Like, I can handle a full belt. Almost every
this
single
is
one of
why
these things will handle it over a full belt.
So I am gonna build some roads, but I'm gonna build some roads in a way that are good. You're aligned to the grid. Excellent.
Yeah, I held down control, at least for the first one. After that, it kind of goes off the wire.
What I might do is I might try and build.
And we probably want to have the coal truck start coming up here also.
Yeah.
Because that way we can power the stations up here. Oh, we have iron like right here.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put a. So I can. Well, obviously that one's just going to be that one. Try and put a sort of ridge on the Wasn't the button I wanted to hit. Wasn't the button I wanted to hit either. Man, I can't operate a keyboard today.
Yeah, because
So basically,
ultimately the idea would be to be able to pump another one of these things in here, but the belts just aren't strong enough to handle it.
yeah. Come on. Go where I want you to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and start building sort of a flat section across the desert here.
Okay.
That way we have sort of a ridge on this massive amount of bumpiness that we can use as a semi-stable sort of path on and off. I also smoothed out that bit a bit, but I'm basically going to try and come across sort of. I'm not in super mode, so like that
Check.
way-ish a bit, and just sort of start flattening her out a bit.
Yay.
Let me bring this back a bit. Not too much. And then make off ramps. Oh yeah, supposedly trucks will phase through each other, so
Yeah,
may not-
that was Hibbett's video. He was very excited about that.
we may not have to worry too much about
They,
collisions.
they'll hit each other, they'll bump, and they'll like, and once they kind of are like, oh, I don't know what to do, then they phase each other, and basically, what it is they phase to get back on track and get going again. That's your turn.
Yeah, I've got my one's just sitting around currently.
There's mine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
Time to find out what happens. Oh, Jesus.
My truck.
I'm being mean to it.
Oh, I suppose it can't be helped.
I was testing. It does very well. Ah. I don't know, dude. The more it's we'll see how the building goes. But I love in general the game is just an amazing game. You got one.
I'm forced to make zigzaggy paths around existing builds.
Right. Oh. Oh, that's why we're low on.
Is that another secret?
Putting some problems on our. You put over here for power. Is that you doing jumps, or is that the that's the robot jumps?
Okay, Bean, fuck off. You're in the way. I'm trying to build.
We need to.
I whacked a bean. Now the bean ain't in the way anymore. Yeah, okay. It's a buried drop pod.
Is there a way to?
I need you to come over here and... Oh, wait, nope. Got it.
Can I just pause it from running for a while?
Sure.
Salvaging more hard drive will provide additional alternate.
I found a glitchy way as a client to get a hard drive.
Right. Pause that for a bit.
So I opened the thing up and it had nothing in there. So I grabbed the empty slot and tried to drag it to my inventory, and the hard drive appeared, but I couldn't grab it. Then I just reopened my the inventory, get closed and reopened the pod, and grabbed the drive and dragged it to my inventory. So
there's still some
I don't know if
multiplayer
that helps
problems.
anyone, but yeah, that works. So
I think the coal may have been a little bit too much for our meager buildings over here. We may need to overclock some of the our coal manufacturing. So I'm gonna stop making steel for a little bit, at least slow that down, because it's not gone well.
oh no.
Which may explain some of our power problems.
Have you seen these ramps?
Well, I saw the ramps. I wasn't sure if they were finished yet, so I decided to go around them.
Well, they're not finished. No, I'm still expanding them, but like, they're functional. They exist. Something is hissing at me. You know, if I
Take a little
turn on
bit of time.
directional subtitles again, that'll probably help me quite massively.
Okay, fuel section. Nope, fuel is not transferring. Bob, how you doing, my friend? Doing all right. We trying to slowly get some stuff going here. Trying to get some truck action going. Pete's building some bridges. Had to? Oh. It didn't make noises. That's why it's there, man. Another one that. I know all your life is so horrible. Go lay down. Ah, it's fine. It'll be all right. I'm gonna go over see if I can get some more coal. I'm trying to get enough coal over there to make sure that we can at least power the trucks if we need to. And so hopefully that as we bring vehicles over there. What is going on? Is your life horrible? It is. They woke you up from a nap to give you a treat. I know your life is horrible. I don't know how you're going to survive. So at this point, I'm just kind of just getting a little bit of coal. I think. Let me see if we. Maybe I'll go by the base. Maybe I think I have. Oh, I don't have slugs on. I think I may have, because even just one power slug may help. They are actively working on getting out of early access. Their plan is they were starting to do, it was starting to feature creep, and they're actively working towards leaving early access. That's that from at least my understanding. The last plan is to do that. Well, the problem is, and from a developer standpoint, that they it's really hard to be in early access because all you can do is get early access money. If you want to get something, start releasing expansions and stuff like that, it's usually generally frowned upon to be in early access, have early access stamped all over your game, and then start releasing DLC expansions for it. For some reason, the community seems to get upset about that. I don't understand why. Yeah, something about, hey, could you finish the game that I paid for before you start trying to drain more money out of me? Coffee Stains, for the most part, is done really well. The community managers, Jason, Snoop, seem to keep a pretty good, finger on the pace, and kind of how the community feels, and seem to do fairly well with that stuff. So. See if we can boost it a little bit. Yeah, DLC soundtrack. But that's just all be stuff that's like, the soundtrack, that's stuff you're using to work towards the game. The art book, that's just, other stuff, that's all stuff that's just kind of already been made. You're just maybe packaging it. And I don't know. I understand that they need money. They need monetization and they have to be able to feed their families. They have to keep the lights on. They have, the real big thing is just be honest, and that's most of my dealings with everything. Oh yeah, Sanctum 1 and 2 are amazing. We were talking about Goat Simulator because I guess Goat Simulator 3 is coming out soon.
Sorry, which number did you say?
3.
Good, just checking. I don't actually know if there was a 2.
There wasn't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's Goat Simulator. You can't. Don't try to apply logic to it. You will hurt yourself. And that game is fine like that though, and it's meant to be fun and it's meant to be, kind of goofy, and they've done very well with it. And logic is overrated. But they've done very well with the games. And what was it? There was the Fishbowl game too, wasn't there? Like I Am Fish or something. Was that them that did that one? The one where you were a fish in a bowl and you had to try to get out of the city?
Now I have to Google this because if that's a coffee stain game.
It's like I Am Fish or something. Yeah, I Am Fish.
No, that's
Oh no, that's Bossa. That's Surgeon Simulator, guys.
yeah. No, that makes more sense that that'd be their kind of game. And God knows they need a different game. Because after they screwed up Surgeon Simulator, yeah, I Am Fish.
Yeah, and for me, the big thing is especially on stream, for Twitch, I try to do a lot more multiplayer games. I try to do a lot more. All right, so we are starting to get a little bit of. yeah, it's for Twitch. We're trying to do the community. We're doing that stuff now. If you want to see single player content and things like that, a lot more single player type stuff. I've been trying to upload that more to YouTube. It seems to do. For me, it seems like that is the better format for that content. Whether or not I'm right, I don't know, but it's the story I have. So if you guys are don't know about that one, please go over there, give the old YouTube. There are you know, it depends on. There's a lot of you know, everything's depending, right? It's, and a lot of it's what you can do to get it's trying to build a community over there. Yeah. Well, there's exceptions to everything, and trying to do things on Twitch or trying to do things on YouTube, a lot of it is just trying to just hit correctly. Yeah. Well, anything that's interaction that people want to see your reaction to is going to do better on Twitch, right? If you like, so Subnautica, people want to see you react and see the jump scares and see your reaction when the fish tries to murder you. This is our first use of a blueprint. Just make it a little concrete. It's if I really wanted to, I could probably take that other belt and bring it in and dump it in here to the halfway through this thing, and it probably would be fine still. I think so much power, or so much concrete. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, the problem is Fortresscraft wouldn't work in this environment because you can't, with having non-destructible terrain. Fortresscraft needs to be able to dig. If we had Fortresscraft and I wasn't allowed to dig, I don't think I wouldn't like it. Because you need to be able to dig and mine and find the stuff and find the ore. This one, and that's part of the problem I have with this game, is that with the nodes, I'm having to build to the node, and it's both good and bad, right? It's good because, okay, I know where the nodes are. Okay, I just built to that. They don't move. You're trying to get run over. Not falling for it. Insurance scammers. What the hell are you doing to my truck?
I am faster than you.
You've done bad things to my truck. You jumped on it. It was like damn Matrix movie. The whole freaking front end was like. But so a lot of it is just trying to figure out what works best, and trying to figure that stuff out. So I know DJ is working on Phoenix again, so it will be interesting to see what happens with all that. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on that, and once Phoenix happens, we'll go down that route. I am playing with some ideas, maybe some American Truck Simulator, because I think we can have up to 8 people in there. So Claim strikes again. Yeah. Oh, Claim. I don't know if help is the correct answer. Jesus. What are you doing to this poor truck? So DJ's strengths and his weaknesses are that he's very he knows what he wants, he knows how he wants the game done, and he's very opinionated, and he doesn't have a problem sharing those opinions. So like I said, it's a strength and a weakness because he's very opinionated, he knows what he wants, and he knows how to work towards that. So whenever somebody tries to give an opinion that's different than that, a lot of times it almost seems like he takes it as a personal thing. And even if it's not meant to be, he's been on the internet for so long that he thinks that it's an attack, and whether it's meant to be or not, he reacts that way. I don't think he'll admit when he's wrong. The problem is trying to get the information presented in a way that he'll look at it. If you can actually prove him wrong, he admits it. Like if it is wrong, it's sometimes just trying to get the information presented in a way that it will be looked at. And we're all that way a little bit, right? Like it's not a DJ thing. I'm not trying to pick on DJ. DJ's an awesome dude. I spend a lot of time defending DJ because he's eccentric. He's a game dev, and he's a creative person. And sometimes people that aren't in the same mindset don't understand that. So it's just whenever you're dealing with an artist, and you're dealing with an opinionated person, sometimes you have to give a little bit, right? Yeah, he's just definitely opinionated. But that's what we love about him. Like at least if you ask DJ, hey, are you going to put DLC in here? If he is, he'll tell you. If he's going to monetize it, he will tell you. Like he's not going to lie to you. He's going to be straight up and up front. And I would much rather have that than some of the shady shit we have in game dev right now.
Nope. It's an hour early. Never mind. It's gonna take me a while.
Jesus. I've already, however much was in that truck, I've already emptied it. And I don't think it was full, because we don't have enough, put bug fixes behind the paywall. My grandpa D1. I remember
What do you mean?
bug
Bug
fixes.
fixes behind a paywall? Bug fixes were never behind a paywall.
As far as I know, the entire game is the exact same game. The only difference is if you want it, like, in order to open Frozen Factory, like, you have to have that activated. But the code on your computer for everybody for Forgecraft is the exact same code. It's just you may not be able to build certain things. But yeah, so and I could be misunderstanding. I'm not a programmer by any stretch of the, that actually matters. I don't pretend to, I know enough about programming to be very dangerous. Um,
And for everything else, there's a guy that you bug who does code.
well, I try not to bug it too often. Usually it's just me mentioning something about how this would be a cool idea, and then it magically happens. And I've been trying to not do that.
Yes, well, yes, as you've learned, when you give me interesting ideas, I start making them.
Oh, I think
No,
yeah,
that's not your internet. That's not
Twitch
your
has
net.
been having trouble.
No, it's not Twitch either. I bet you're both running a browser based on Chrome.
Oh yeah,
There's this new feature that Chrome's forced down everyone's throats.
oh, is that why like freaking it? Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's...
background tabs will auto pause. You don't get a choice in this. And browsers like Brave and Vivaldi and all that are based on Chromium have it too, because yeah, it's a Chrome thing. It just
I haven't had like I know when I like leave and go to like when I tab out, it like pauses and derps for a minute, but I haven't had it completely pause on me.
oh well, if you've had a connection error, then well, yeah, it's something else. But no, Chrome has a new feature, or Chromium rather, which it's based on, has a new feature where background videos will automatically pause, and you don't get a choice on this. Because it's almost like allowing a singular company to control all web browsing is a really bad idea.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one as much yet.
Oh well, it's
I'm sure it's
thing in
coming.
your version's Chrome.
Sure, it's coming.
Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a plate so I can make myself a wrap.
Nice. Yeah, I usually so I've been really bad. So I usually listen to the TV when I fall asleep. And for a while I was watching like Netflix or something. But then the problem is I fall asleep, and because I like having noise in my background, from it comes from years of living on a submarine. Like if it's too quiet, it's really hard for me to sleep. I need some sort of noise in the background. Yeah, I just find it a lot easier to sleep. So I sleep with the TV on a lot of times. And I was watching like Netflix or something, which is great until you're watching a show you actually want to watch, and then you wake up and you're like, oh crap, where did I fall asleep? Then you gotta spend 30 minutes trying to find the correct location. And then so I end up now I watch YouTube videos instead. Mostly it's twofold. First, it helps the creator that I'm watching, right? Because then at that point YouTube says, oh dude, this guy just he watched this guy, and then he watched for 8 hours straight. This guy must be great. Let's give his videos a boost. And yes, that is how it works. If you really want to help a YouTube creator, when the little end tab pops up and the little screen pops up, it says, hey, here's a suggested video. Whatever it is, click on that suggested video. Like that that freaking YouTube's like, oh, it's like candy. So, yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to learn a lot about YouTube and trying to get that stuff figured out, because back. I'll keep putting your YouTube history in a loop. I got a webpage for you. That sucks, man. Oh, you're at 90, that's why. That's funny though. Yeah, about the only YouTube channel I don't actively watch repeatedly is my own. And part of that is because I just I want to see what the numbers are, and if I sit there and put my own channel on repeat for freaking 20 hours, the numbers, it doesn't tell me whether or not it's worked. And I want to see if it is working. Like be watching DVD stuff, fall asleep. Next thing I know, I've been in Michael Jackson Miracle of Sound every other. Find it. There's a fix for a turret which is locked behind a picture pack. I don't know if it was a fix. I think he changed some turrets to make them work different. But as far as I know, like I want to say everything that he's done is it looks like it's not maxed out. I think this is. Yeah, the game plays really well. We just finished. We just beat the Extra Life Dream. And if you haven't seen those, Jesus, I think the last time we charged the OET, we had 1.78 million threat. So I charged the OET with 1.78 million threat. I still think I should get an achievement for that, but DJ won't let me have one. He says he doesn't want to encourage people to do things they're not supposed to do. Like, really? That's all you do is encourage people to do things they shouldn't do. Yeah, and then so for this game, like, the amount of little things, like just little things that they've added to it, where, like the paint, being able to paint the vehicles now, and And hell, maybe you could have always painted the vehicles. I just couldn't figure out how to do it. But I've got it now we figured out the trick to be able to paint it. Just little things like that. The fact that the chainsaw changes colors, the bashy stick changes colors.
Speaking of painting the vehicles, have you done the short yet for the tractor?
Yeah. 500 views.
Okay.
Like-
What I want you to do today is I want you to grab a link to the short. I want you to go to the Satisfactory Reddit, and I want you to make a new post with that and tell them, hey, did you know you can paint the tractor?
Is there a bunch of
post
people?
your short.
Is there a bunch of people that don't know or asking the question on how to do it there?
The wiki explicitly says you cannot paint vehicles.
Oh wow!
So go let them know. So I say go let them know that in update 7 you can. Make some waves.
Why are you attacking me? Why? Why? Every time I'm driving, what are you doing? Yeah, well, that's what happens. Oh. Yeah, I know. I made this short yesterday afternoon, and threw it up on YouTube just to let, because we've been trying to figure out how to paint it forever. And then once we get the other vehicles, I'll make another one for those. But I don't know. I don't do a lot of stuff on Reddit. I have a love-hate relationship with Reddit. Like I get it. Like I understand Reddit is awesome. And there's a lot of good information there. But they sometimes Reddit's a little bit too gatekeepy. And the whole there's a PlumYeti subreddit on Reddit that I don't have access, or well, I have access to it. I don't have mod support of it because I've never been able to make a subreddit over there because I don't have enough internet freaking fake internet points. So somebody else has made a subreddit. I have no idea. It's not really bad stuff in there, but it has nothing to do with our channel. And it's been pretty much idle for several years. And they're like, oh yeah, we can't give you that subreddit. You don't have enough fake internet points. I'm like,
I would have just created you a subreddit for you.
Oh yeah, I never thought about it.
Because I can make subreddits apparently.
Yeah, and I guess you need. Yeah, and it can be, and that was my big worry about it, and that's the reason. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I have a bunch of users' names and profiles and things on stuff that I never plan on using. I try, as new stuff kind of emerges, I try to go basically just make an account and claim my name. Like there's a PlumYeti TikTok. Do I ever really plan on making TikToks? No. I have no want, need, or desire to do it. But for me, you get this. It's drove me to the wrong spot. But yeah, so this is the same thing with Twitter, right? Like the whole freaking getting verified on Twitter. Like I've tried to do that several times, but I don't have enough reason to be verified, so they won't verify me. Like I guess I misunderstood what verification was supposed to be. I thought verification was supposed to be you're trying to prove that you're somebody, right? And if you have a reason to be verified, then it shouldn't matter, right? But that's not how it works. Like if you have to have a reason for them to verify you. Now evidently that reason is, oh, you gave them $8. But it's a mess, right? So I gave up on trying to get verified over there for a while because it doesn't make sense. But yeah, so for a large part of that stuff is like it's just it's a mess. But I made like an account on like Parler. Not that I ever really plan on posting on Parler. I don't know I think Parler's dead anyway. But I made an account over there because I didn't want somebody to make an account with my name and start using it. But I don't know. I never wanted to post stuff on websites to get fake internet points. Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's easier for me to go make a couple of extra accounts every once in a while. And keep the name to myself than it is to worry about possibility of having to fight something to prove that I didn't. And it's still possible. It's still, hell, I was worried when YouTube started rolling out handles. I had, a week or 2 weeks of trying to figure that out of why the hell is it, can't I do this? Because I was worried because as soon as somebody else gets the name, especially I'm trying to establish stuff on YouTube, if somebody else picks up my name on YouTube, and I still don't think that was a good way that they rolled it out. But if somebody else picks up my name on YouTube, that makes it very difficult for me to recover from that. Right? Like all it would have taken is, and I'm sure if, it had been somebody larger, like, well, I can't even say those names, but if it had been, somebody larger that had an established group of followers already, and somebody tried to sneak their name, most likely they would have already had it. But we have a decent following on Twitch and a very small following on YouTube because I've just recently started putting work in. So I was in a weird situation where if somebody captured that handle on YouTube and only one person can have the handle, because that's how they're trying to combat the fraudulent bad actors over there. It makes it difficult. So there was some worries involved. But now we have the at PlumYeti over on the old YouTube. You again. Why are you standing on me? Did you stop? What are you doing? What are you doing?
So,
Go lay down.
I've just done a quick look at the Reddit information available.
Yeah.
And the requirements are fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you only need like 50 karma to create a subreddit.
Oh, really?
Not 500.
I have like 28 or something now. So because, and I want to say at the time, like every time I've tried to do it, it told me I needed like 500. I know, and I know in order to try to claim the Reddit that's there, it's 500. And I've sent messages to the guy that supposedly is in charge of it. And other than going straight guerrilla warfare and just taking over the subreddit, which I don't really want to broach that battle, because having somebody else that's a moderator of it, we send all of our fans over, all of the people that are on Reddit that go over there, they just start banning people. That just creates a problem. They made the Reddit first. Like, there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm trying to be nice about it. But if it does turn into something different, then I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So I every once in a while I've been logging in, and it's like, I guess they give you these special like weird awards or something you can hand out now. So like whenever I remember, like every like once every 2 weeks or something, because I don't log into Reddit that often. If I had control of the Reddit, then probably would be a little bit easier to log in more often. But it's just a different way, and kind of I get alerts and stuff on my phone. I just don't have a lot of communities that I don't have a lot of communities that I interact with on a regular basis, I guess is the better way to say that, because it's just too much. It's too much to keep up with sometimes. Make sure I have limestone in here, since I don't want to do that again. Nerdy, how you doing, my friend? Let me upgrade that a little bit. Go faster. Be free, limestone. Now be concrete. Spill my coffee. Yeah, and that's fine. Like I said, ultimately, I'm sure I'll end up with control of that Reddit, because at this point I'm just kind of biding my time, and me and the mods will have a discussion at some point about a Reddit claiming to be the official PlumYeti YouTube Reddit, and no, you're not. And the PlumYeti YouTube, that account goes back way further, because I made that account in YouTube, I think it was 2015. I don't, because I don't have enough fake internet points. I don't have the appropriate amount of fake internet points. So I couldn't make it. And I could have. It goes back to me being hard-headed. Because all it would have taken for me is to go post a couple of things in Fortresscraft, or go post a couple of things here or there, but I never wanted to go into any place and go, hey, here's a cool thing, and basically, look at me, I'm pretty, please give me fake internet points. That's not who I am. That's not how I do things. So I have very little karma on Reddit. So since I don't have that much karma, it makes it very hard to use it. My account over there is freaking forever old, because I made a Reddit account for that username, because when I decided on PlumYeti, I did a bunch of Google searches. I checked a bunch of websites, and before I even released the site, just on the off chance, I made a crap load of accounts to make sure that the name was available and I had it on as many places as I could find it. So that the account is as old as crap, and then I try to make a Reddit, and you can't make a Reddit straight out. If I'd have known that it was 50 points or whatever, I probably could have done that. But I kept checking back and trying to do it, and it didn't work, and got frustrated, and more importantly, got busy with other stuff, and just didn't think it was it wasn't that important, and then it was too late. So I'll just I'll play the game, and I'll keep putting fake points over there. Pete's told me to go make a post in the Satisfactory about some stuff, so we'll go do that, because
and as an added bonus, because you'll post it and be helping people, you might get karma for it.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is that making that post, that post is an actual good use of our ability, and I just have to figure out how to word it so I don't sound like a freaking needy TikToker. I won't sound like a needy YouTuber. Oh, cut that corner a little short. I'll be all right.
As for wording it, write out the full instructions in text, and include the link to the short.
Yeah.
Sort of. That way, you say, you tell them what way you need to click, and then there's a video, and most people probably just click the video, but include the full text instructions so it doesn't look like it's a shameless advertisement.
Yeah, I'm not like in that. That's all joking aside. I don't want a shameless advertisement. I'm not trying to get people to get views on the video. Like, the reason I made the video was because it was a problem I had and something I searched for, and it's a problem that we've wanted to fix for a very long time, and we found a fix for it, and I was extremely happy about it.
And then let Nerdy know. Hey, Nerdy. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. If I think you get it. I don't know. I know you get, like, if I send an award to somebody else, I get karma for that. I don't know if they get karma also. But whatever. Like, Reddit is weird. And that was the other thing too, is like, I didn't want to go in and ask the community, because I'm sure I have people in the community that probably have ridiculous amounts of karma laying around, and like I hate. It's a problem I have. It's a me thing. I hate asking for help, and I know it's not just a me thing. There's lots of people that have that problem. But I really try not to bother other people, and I made a promise to Pete that I would start trying to bother people more often. But well, for me, it's a respect thing, right? I want to respect other people's time. Like, other people have other things that they want to do, and I don't mind me helping other people do things because that's me helping other people do things. It's not so much about, it's just. But once I start asking for other people's command or putting a demand on somebody else's time, I want to be able to compensate them for that, right? And I'm sure I could do like all kinds of stupid things, like freaking, there's lots of stuff I could do, right? That I could boost the Twitch numbers really easily. I could boost YouTube numbers really easily. I have 650 keys sitting on Humble Bundle right now. I can make movement happen, but it's not good movement. I want good movement. I want people that want to come in, that want to be part of the community, that want to hang out, that want to come hang out in the Discord, that want to show up for our events and play in the server with us. I want good. Yeah. Well, I know you wouldn't, Nerdy. Like, there's a core group of us that, for the most part, like, we do whatever we need to do. Yeah, and the thing is I want a good community. Like, to me, honestly, I would be so much happier with 830 followers. I would rather have 830 active followers than have 10 million followers and have 800 people show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather have, like, obviously that's never going to happen. We'll get way into numbers here real quick. I have 830 followers. I expect about 1% of people to show up. Congratulations. You guys are the 1%. But that's a realistic number, right? Like you expect. That's just how Twitch works. So you have to have ridiculously high numbers to be able to get the net cast wide enough that enough people show up. So yeah, and I would much rather have active people, because there's been lots of people that have come in, and like I could go all the way back through a bunch of the list of people and that have come in and for a game and hung out for a little while and then moved on. I want to make sure people are happy. Like, I don't wish harm on people. Like, I hope everybody's having a good time and having a good life. But at the same time, really, weirdo? It's, to me, it's more important that people are safe and good and hope they're doing well. And over the last year, the past 3 years, but the past year and a half to 2 years for me specifically have been flipping horrible. I have not been a good time for me. So, and I worry about other people too. So, all right. So we're making a little bit of concrete over there. Our CMP. Speaking of random people that show up every once in a while. Speak of the devil. Yeah. I think if you You can do that and take a sip of it, dude. It makes slurping noises, but I had to turn those off because it makes me want to punch babies. How you been, DMP? So on the other side of stuff too, so we did for Extra Life Game Day, we first day we hit, I think we're somewhere up in the 300,000 threat range. The second day we hit 1.78 million threat before we charged the last one. The Extra Life event is still going on. I don't know the best way to do an incentive for stuff donated. All I will say is that I have a list of like 650 keys down there. If you donate money to Extra Life, we'll discuss an exchange of keys. I think that's fair. So if there's a game on there that you were looking to buy anyway, if you want to donate money to the Extra Life campaign, we will discuss it. If you want to discuss beforehand what you think a fair amount is, send me a DM. And if there's keys down there that you were going to buy anyway, or that you're looking for, then we'll cross that bridge. I'm random everywhere these days. Just too busy to spend time on Twitch. Oh, dude, I get you. I've been spending a lot of time on inside living. There's a clear cover on top of it. No, I feel you, DMP. Like yeah. They make that little. It's like a Rubbermaid, like silicone thing that goes over the top of them. Nice. But yeah, so there's a lot of keys down there. So if you guys are interested, like for me, I put money into Humble Bundle to raise money for Extra Life. So as long as I'm, it's helping us raise money, I'll keep doing it. I can give money to Humble Bundle. It gives money to charity. I get keys. I get more money for charity. It's a good win-win for me. So, and it's just whatever I can do to try to do that. I am toying with the idea of maybe having a New Year's Eve stream. What that's going to look like, I'm not entirely sure yet. And trying to do something kind of with everybody. So if people want to come in and hang out or something, maybe we can try to do something. But I want to try to do something. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, American Truck Simulator, or if people come up with a different idea. I want a multiplayer game that people can kind of come in and join in and have fun with. I think American Truck Simulator would be funny to get, but the only problem with that is I think we can only do like 8 people total. So, and that kind of limits it. And then you have to buy the game. Like right now, the game's like $5, so it's not that big of a deal. But I guess
are you with?
The primary one. I'm taking them back. I should have painted them to the pipes. I should have painted to the pipe one, I guess.
Well, what we should have done is decided on which swatch was going to become water and or something.
Ultimate Fishing Simulator. I have not gone down the VR path yet. I don't know. The
And
VR
I
path
strongly
is
recommend you don't.
what's that?
And I strongly recommend you don't.
Well,
Because
yeah,
of the rate
it's,
of hardware turnover for headsets and the rate
yeah,
of them not
it's
being supported anymore, it's not worth it.
yeah. Like people spend like $1,000+ buying a headset, and then 6 months later they're told, "Oh, hey, by the way, we made a new one. We're not going to support yours anymore." What do you mean you're not going to support mine anymore? I just paid $1,000 for it. Because there was literally people that bought a headset, and then 2 weeks later were like done. Same thing with Stadia. Like people buy all this stuff for Stadia, and then boom, done. You want to buy a VR headset from me? Like, yeah, no worries, kebab. Yeah, no, it's like I said, DMs are always available. Like I said, if you're worried about a specific key, they will be first come first served though. I tried to update the list as soon as I have a change. Yeah, but you're gonna probably want like something close to what you paid for it. I actually have other things I'd rather spend money on right now. Currently collecting dust, yeah, and that's my problem too, right? Is I worry that, where are they? They're usually sitting up here in there. Oh nope, they're
I
buried
think
down there somewhere. I have a set of nice 3D glasses. I have a 3D monitor. I actually play on a 3D monitor. Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right, so
like,
this thing's
I think prior to my brief VR stint with Minecraft a month ago or something, I hadn't actually dusted off my Rift S for over a year.
yeah. Well, I'm sure it's similar to trying to do stuff with the like my 3D monitor, right? Where it's it sounds like something you're going to use, and it's going to be awesome, and it's great, and it's awesome for a few games. Like were amazing to play with 3D turned on. It was awesome. The issue is it took so long for me to convert things back and forth to be able to play in 3D. And when I say so long, it was like maybe 5 minutes. It's not bad. But like I basically would have to sit down. I'd have to convert everything to 3D, play in 3D, and then when I got done, I have to jump back. Yeah. It has to be universally supported. Well, NVIDIA 3D is dead. It's done. There's not even drivers for it anymore. This little block I have on top of my monitor is completely useless. I don't even think I can turn it on anymore. Now, granted, it's still a really nice monitor. It's still a 120 hertz 27-inch monitor, so it's still a really nice monitor. But the 3D glasses don't function. But I have a feeling, and then that's the other side too. Is then trying to stream 3D to Twitch or something didn't work. Like obviously the 3D event doesn't come across, so here I am sitting here with goofy glasses on my face, so with me having goofy glasses on my face and people, hey, what the hell is this all about? And then you guys don't see anything different. All right, I think we're just kind of waiting for everything to get caught up. I may tomorrow. Well, right now I'm trying to wait to get some concrete up there. It is going to take a while for us to get that stuff filled up. Probably should put. I don't know if I can put a storage box down here anywhere. I don't think I can put a small storage box down here for coal. I think this area is too small. Yeah, it's too small. I just wanted to have enough coal, hopefully, to kind of have a little bit of stations here. But yeah, so a lot of that stuff is gimmicky, and it's trying to get it, but you have to be able to get it out, get enough people to buy it, so that the game devs decide that it's worth their time to build the extra effort into their game. And then once you get all that stuff built, then they have to then you have to have enough people to buy the game for that effect, and it's hard to get traction. The way you have to do it is you basically have to get all the software or all the hardware out there, and then once it's out there, then the game devs will be like, oh, there's a bunch of people that can use that. Okay, well, here, we'll make the game and see if it sells more. And as soon as it covers the cost, then that's how it gets made.
I'm super salty that Microsoft decided not to have HoloLens for non-business customers, because that's the one I was actually waiting for.
Yeah, that one looks.
Because the original announcement for HoloLens was like, you could walk around your home with the glasses and you could have applications on walls, like you could have a calendar on a wall, and I could look up at my wall and I could have my calendar and my email on the wall and reminders on the fridge, and
yeah. Well, it's the same thing with the Google glasses or whatever. But Google's notorious for, hey, here's crazy technology that we're going to try to work on. Oh, that didn't take off? Okay, let's dump it and start over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, FreeSync and DLSS and ray tracing, all that stuff is all good. The problems with a lot of that stuff is it becomes proprietary, right? And as soon as it's proprietary, where ray tracing is only on NVIDIA, and they're gonna it's gonna be in the same problem where VHS and Betamax, right? Like it's whatever the company takes over is good, and they're just trying to get the money out of it. And I understand that companies have to make money. Like I get that part. And if you put a bunch of work into something, you want to be able to capitalize on that, because you have to go to your investors and say, hey, all this money we put in, we this is how much we made, and this is what this investment got you back. I get that part of it, but there's a bit of free market and learning and stuff like that, where there's a difference between having it and then licensing it to other people and making it affordable for other people to license. That makes it different and makes it work better or worse. All right, get a little bit. It could be almost full here. Once it gets full, it backs up into this thing a little bit. It'll be all right. How is our skills, Polly? Yeah. And it's part of the process, and I get it. Like but yeah, it just takes a while for it to get in. But ray tracing in and of itself in DLSS is obviously good. I don't like the fact that you have to buy a $2,000 video card for DLSS 3. But what are you gonna do? Gonna do. An improvement of speeds back here. You could get so sometimes you're hiding a belt back there. It's difficult to try to get it in there, get it upgraded. All right, so we'll just let all that stuff kind of run. I don't think we're going to get any more really speed out of them. Aim of the TED Talk dude who speculated that if it wasn't for the Chinese knockoff industry, tech companies would probably finish for 100 years by now. Oh, dude, I wouldn't doubt it. Are you like Disney's doing that? Like every chance they get, they try to push their copyrights out further and further to make sure people can't use Mickey Mouse on things. And that company, like, and I understand, like you have to defend your copyrights and your patents, but that company is. You don't believe it? Go make something with Mickey Mouse on it, try to sell it and see what happens to you. The only company worse than Nintendo. All right, but with that, we are over time, my fellow friends. See if we have anybody up and running this morning. We can go give some love to. What? We'll go get some bandana love today. We should raid PlumYetis. Yeah, we should raid that guy. Okay, we will raid the Banlish. It looks like he is just chatting. It looks like he may be doing some Vicky 3 today. Do me a favor, go tell Banlish I said hi. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget there's some buttons down there. I'd appreciate it. You guys be safe. Talk to y'all later. Bye.